Okay, so yesterday we looked at a very old handheld, Digital Derby from Tommy Games. And today we're going to look at the Anbernic RG351MP. This is a very modern handheld for emulation. Set that aside. So, got a little case for it. This is what I use like when I'm traveling, on the plane. Works really well. I carry some headphones and whatnot in the case. Great little unit. It's a metal case. Love the blue color they did on this version. Comes with the USB-C for charging and an OTG for hooking up peripherals. You've got two analog sticks that both have buttons in them. Nice D-pad, really nice D-pad. Feels almost like an NES D-pad. Select and start, 4 buttons. All the buttons have a really nice feel. You get good feedback on them, not too mushy. The triggers are a little clicky. And I find them easy to get to. Like when I'm holding it in my hand, I'm mostly playing off the D-pad, and my thumbs kind of wrap around so I can hit the outer buttons, and then the inner shoulder button's pretty easy. So on the bottom, you've got 2 micro SD card slots. One is for your operating system, and you put your ROMs on the other. Dual stereo speakers on the bottom. You got a power switch and your volume knob or volume rocker. Some of the older versions had an actual wheel. Did like the wheel a lot, but this model does not have that. And on the back, they give you these nice little rubber grips. These help a lot because the unit is, since it's aluminum, it's pretty slick. So that helps a lot. And here's the info on the bottom. If you're interested, let's power it up. So I've installed ArcOS on it, an image with ArcOS. I definitely recommend that image. It's worked really well for me. Apparently there's also a new version of the 351 elect image, which is also really nice. But I'm just sticking with the ArcOS. I like it. Emulates a lot of different systems. I'll thumb through a few that or all of them that I've got on here. So the Amiga, MAME. At Capcom, I just have under a separate one. It's not a special emulator, it's just MAME still. Daphne, also MAME. 2600, the 7800. It'll also do the 5200, but you need a numpad for that. So I just don't worry with that one. Lynx, WonderSwan, and WonderSwan Color. The TurboGrafx 16 and TG CD. Love the TurboGrafx CD, like Lords of Thunder. Super Graphics, Family Computer Disk System, NES, the Sufami, Super Nintendo, and then they got a hack section on here. N64, and from my experience, it does actually play N64 games quite well. I don't know about GoldenEye. GoldenEye would probably lag a little bit. It's a rock chip CPU, so that's kind of at the limit. But I might get some hate, but I don't really like 007 on N64. I don't really like the N64 very much, to be honest, so it doesn't bother me. Virtual Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, does a really great job on all these. If you really like the Game Boy Advance games, you might be more interested in the Anbernic like 351M. This screen is a 4:3 aspect ratio on the MP, and the M has the aspect ratio that the Game Boy Advance uses. So it's perfectly suited to the Game Boy Advance, but then everything else ends up with black bars. So I prefer the MP. Game & Watch, which I really like. DS, I don't play much DS on here. I have a 3DS with a DS flash card that I use for DS games, because I mean the whole point of DS to me is have the dual screens and the touch screen. SG-1000, Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, Sega CD, Sega 32, Dreamcast, Game Gear, so pretty much all the Sega consoles except for, I don't think Saturn. No Saturn. Neo Geo, does a great job on Neo Geo. PlayStation, it's been really good with the PlayStation games that I've played so far. And television, which you also need a pad for, ColecoVision, same. Vectrex, and the MSX systems, Sinclair, the 64. Texas Instrument, I think I only have one game on here. I added Parsec because I really liked Parsec as a kid. So my friend had a TI-99 4A. I never owned one, but he had one, so I would go over to his house and play Parsec. Love that game. It's got some ports like Doom and things like that. Doom, Diablo, Cave Story, Half-Life, Quake, Redneck Rampage. I'm from Louisiana, so Redneck Rampage is pretty funny. For anybody that's ever played it, a lot of the streets and whatnot are it's from Louisiana. So let's see, Scum VM, a lot of good games under here. I don't play them on here. If I want to play Scum VM games, I play them on my PC so I can use a mouse. And that's it for the systems. We'll fire something up real quick. Let's see. TurboGrafx 60. Like Lords of Thunder. Pick a good game. Man, you just gotta love the music. Let's see if I can play this angle. Anyway, that's Lords of Thunder. You just start and select twice to get you back to the main menu, and that's pretty much it. I mean, all the systems that are on here, it emulates really well. Haven't had any trouble with any of them. You can hold the shoulder buttons to skip through pages in this interface. Yeah. Again, that's the Anbernic RG351MP. You can give it a look if you're looking for a nice handheld for emulation.